back and good morning once again. If you're just joining us, this is still Daybreak Africa. Earlier on we said we have a special guest in the house, and right now he's present with us. And he's a podcaster, a public speaker, a writer, a social media influencer, and the owner of Talk with the Duke. He has planned to embark on a speech marathon for 100 hours of unceasing dialogue. This person is no other than Christopher Olusa. Good morning and welcome to Daybreak Africa.
Welcome on Daybreak Africa.
Good morning, it's good to be here.
It's such a delight to have you here on set with us.
Same here, it's my pleasure.
Well, speaking of this world record, I know we've had different Nigerians that went saga, they went haywire, I think at some point, with the fact that we had what's it called, cryathon, we had pukathon, we had massageathon, different, but now we have decided to embark on speechathon. Let's take it that way.
No, you call it that way. I have not called it that way.
You've not called it that way. Okay, let's say, okay, you're going on a speech marathon,
yeah.
all right, of unceasing dialogue. At what point did you get inspired to take this up?
Yeah, basically, I got inspired to go on this speech marathon journey quite a few months ago, and this is due to what I actually represent.
Okay.
My brand represent Talk with the Duke. What my brand does is to inspire people,
okay,
tell them that they can use their voice to get the change that they seek. We want change in different aspects of our lives, but we can actually stand up and act and believe that we can get that change. So basically, my brand has been doing so many things. We'll be doing interactive sections, enlightening youth, talking to people, going on different advocacy campaigns and all of that. So now I feel like this is a platform or an opportunity for me to do that more to a larger audience. Now, why I said it's an opportunity to do that for a larger audience is because the concept of this speech marathon is basically to use words of leaders, influential people that have actually caused change to their generation,
okay,
to their community, to their society. Now, let's tell people what these people have said. Let us remind people of these messages. Let us draw lessons from them. Let us speak call to actions from them. So that is what inspired me to actually go on this speech marathon.
Okay. Before, as at the previous record holder, it's or should I say rather the present record holder is Anansi, who's a native of Nepal, Kathmandu, and he has his own record. He set a record of 90 hours. So
90
I guess
hours, 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
3 minutes.
So I guess your intention is to break his record and also set your own record.
Yeah, the intention is to set a new record, and the particular present holder and previous holders of the record, because they've been consecutively different holders of this record. They have actually used different styles to actually ensure that they passed specific messages. And so now my own message is to people is in the theme already, voices of change, inspiring solution for a better world, because we are bringing it's going to consist of words from leaders across the world, across the entire continent, even from our country Nigeria, people that have actually drove change, that have used their voice, their influences to ensure that things are done in the right way, in the way they could actually pass the message. So that is what this particular marathon is about, and we've taken insights from what they've done, and we are going to ensure that we do it in our own way and essentially pass the message.
Now, to achieve such goal, I know it's not an easy feat. Tell me about your team. What are your team comprising of so far?
Yeah, it's been a wonderful team, and all of them are volunteers, people that actually saw the vision alongside with me, and they felt like it's something that they want to be a part of. My team comprises of, we have photographers, videographers, we have people that are in charge of documentation, people that are in charge of logistics. It's going to be a 5 days event. It's something that is going to, in fact, we have the medical team already, we have divers of team. In fact, I can say that the whole plan, I'm working with about 30 people already that want to ensure that this actually comes to a reality.
Do you have any sponsorship so far?
Well, so far, we just started calling out for sponsorship, and we are getting quite good responses, and so far so good. We've gotten from the venue. We'll be using somewhere in Accuracy. We'll be using Deja Vu Hotel precisely, and they've been our major partner to ensure that this event is a success.
Okay, well then.
Particularly, I'm curious to know as to your workout schedule. You know, I know it's not going to be an easy feat. You know, wanting to talk for 100 hours. I
could even presume we've already started because it's on season dialogue.
Definitely,
so
we have it. This is nothing compared. But
Okay.
About your exercise routine, how has it been so far? Has it been stressful? Have you actually tried to do something beyond the ordinary? And
Yes, because I want to do this, I just have to change my personal daily routine. I have to reschedule and ensure that it's time to get physically more fit. I try as much as possible to train myself mentally, because you know, I'm going to be reading these messages. I've been doing so many training on my reading skills and the like. So my routine has changed, and I'm very, very, very ready to embark on this journey.
Okay. Well, earlier on you mentioned that some of these leaders you're picking one of their words. So what are some of these leaders? Like, let's hear some of the leaders you actually plan to use their words for.
Oh, we have. It's going to be a speech of over 200. It's going to be a marathon of over 200 speeches. So yes, different speeches, and well, we have messages from Nelson Mandela of South Africa, messages of Barack Obama of the United States, messages of Jose Murija of Ogar. He was one time named the poorest president. So his words carried a lot of influence and strength. Even from our own country, we have people like Professor Wole Soyinka, the Nobel Prize laureate. We have people like Femi Falana. I have some people that I actually have mutual respect for, that their words have actually inspired me personally. I have people like Engineer Mrs. Fumi Ayike. Yeah, I have Reverend Mrs. Felix Adejumo, Funke Felix Adejumo. So I also have Honorable Bumitunji Ojo. I have quite a number of influential people that across the globe, like I said earlier, that their messages will be read out to people. In fact, we have messages as far back as the 80s, and these are words that carry strength, that will be picking out call to actions from these messages that fit into the modern day, and how we can actually apply it. So what I'm basically doing is I read this speech, I coin out lessons from them, and call to actions, how we can actually now use these messages from these people in our present day situations.
Okay, well then, you know, my question to you now is, you've decided to embark on this speech marathon. Has the Guinness World Record been verified you to go ahead with this challenge, or is just based on the fact that you're determined, you're passionate about this? Okay,
yeah, that's a very good question, because this speech marathon is to achieve quite a number of things. Like I said earlier, to inspire people to pass the message, and also it's also intended to actually break a record. So I sent request to Guinness World Record. I sent it about 10 weeks ago, and according to their to what they said, it takes 12 weeks to get a response. So I'm hopeful that in less than 2 weeks, let's say before the end of next week, I'll get their approval, and then we can move forward from there.
Now, for Anantaram, I mean, he had to take a drastic step of not talking for 7 days. Actually.
Yeah.
Are we expecting that from you too?
Yeah, well, although I do not see if I'm not sure if I'll be doing that exact thing, but my schedule of activities ends exactly a week. Personal outing for me ends exactly a week to the event, so my team will be doing the rest, ensuring that the event actually is successful. So I may not go totally silent, but I'll just be in my own space, trying to do things from my end. Well,
let's say, okay, how you've been saying speech marathon. How exactly is it going to play out? Are you going to read it while standing? Are you going to read it while sitting? How do you intend to do these speeches?
Yeah, like I want to mention earlier, I said it's not a speechathon because I've called it. Yes, I called it from words to word records. That's why I called it not speechathon. Yeah, so I just needed to point that out. For my posture, it's because I'll be taking different breaks. I'll be taking little breaks in between, and this is allowed by even the Guinness World Record guidelines. And in between those breaks, I'll be able to change my posture. Most of the time, I'll be on sitting reading. Then I also have to take a standing posture to also deliver the speeches. So these two arrangements is going to be set up in the venue to ensure that it will be easy to transition from sitting to standing. Yeah.
All right.
What are the foreseeable challenge in this situation? I mean, I believe you must have taken sort of a mock trial. Have you taken a mock trial so far?
Mock trial, yeah. For a mock trial, reading the speech, I intend to do that next week. And this is it's not going to be once, it's going to be a couple of days, going on as long as 12 hours every day.
Okay.
Then follow the other 12 hours. And in fact, this is going to be live streamed on my Instagram page.
The mock trial will be live
streamed? Yes,
streamed.
it will be live streamed on my Instagram page. And the content we'll be using is different from the main speech marathon. The content for the mock trial is going to be articles from my friends. This is an opportunity for them to showcase what they have been doing. I have friends that have written a lot of articles from their respective feeds. So this is going to be an opportunity for me to practice more and to tell people that the main event is coming up.
Okay, so when is the main event going to take place?
The main event is scheduled. Yeah, it's scheduled for 11th of September.
That's
do you foresee any challenge?
Yeah, for challenge, in fact, we've seen challenges already. But the major challenge I have is that this is a speech marathon. This is not a dance marathon or a cooking marathon. It's something that people might not see to be very entertaining, and that is my challenge. I'm very particular on maintaining audience for as long as 11 hours on something that is not as entertaining as what we've been seeing. That is the main challenge. Yeah.
Okay. Well, then, do you have fears?
I want my message to actually reach people. So if I'm doing this for 100 hours, will people want to listen? Will people want to listen to messages of people that have inspired their message of how they actually made things happen in their time? And would they want to actually take up these words and utilize them? Will our leaders still want to hear from, okay, it was done way back, it worked, can it work now? Let us use this. So that's basically my fear.
Okay.
I guess I'm curious as to your particular expectations. What are the expectations for your brand? What do you expect out of this?
Yeah, my brand has been doing something. We'll be doing a lot of things. This is one of the things we want to do now. And we expect that it actually delivers what it stands for. Inspiring people, ensuring that they believe that they can actually be the change they want. They can, when we talk about change, it's not only in the political system. Now, change in their environment, and because this marathon is going to is as diverse as you can think of. We're going to be having messages from political leaders, messages from religious leaders, messages from environmentalists. We're going to be having messages from every aspect of life. Social justice, gender equality. So the change we want in different aspects of our life is what my brand stands for, and that is what we want to do. We want to tell people that, okay, these are words that we can actually apply to get this done at this time.
Okay, well done. We have previous people, Nigerians. They said we as Nigerians will overdo things. What do you think about, what's your perspective about the previous record triers, or should I say embarkers, who have gone on quiet on massageathon, and at the end of the day, they didn't get verified, or they just did it for the sake of the public eye? What message do you have for those ones?
I'm not particular about how a lot of people see things. I actually see things I don't see things the way everybody sees things. And that is why when people say Nigeria overdo things, I don't know what we actually mean by that. Because now, if you check the current record holders of Guinness records, the current Guinness World Record holders, majority are Asians, majority are from these Nepal countries, Pakistans, Indians. This is what they do on a weekly basis, and you don't hear them saying we overdo things. But let now say for people that have actually done things, probably in the way that maybe they didn't get approval before they embark on this journey. Maybe that is their aspect that they are talking from. But if it's from an aspect that, okay, Nigerians want to be challenging themselves now, there's nothing wrong with it. Let us as long as it's passing a message. What I'm doing now is to pass a message. So as long as it's passing a message, everybody can. I can do this next week, another person comes up and do it again. There's nothing wrong with it. We should challenge ourselves.
I want to believe it's an open all, and all Nigerians are invited.
Yes, it's an open all.
All right.
Our venue would accommodate as many people, both inside and outside.
All right. Thank you very much, Chris. And I really hope this works out perfectly for you.
I hope
we wish you the very best.
It's safe to say congratulations in advance.
Definitely.
Thank you very much.
All right, then, viewers, you heard it all. We have not a speech-a-thon. What did you call it again?
From Words to Words Records.
From Words to Words Records. And please, you're all invited. Is there your handle? Is it going to be live on your handle? So
yes, it's going to be live on all my handles. My Twitter handle is CB Olusa. Instagram handle the same, CB Olusa. Then we also have handles for the marathon as well. From Words to Word Records on Twitter and Instagram as well. Then also on our YouTube channel. Yeah.
All right, viewers, you heard it. Please go online, like, subscribe. All you have to do and give our brother the support he needs. At this point, we're in a short break and we'll come back. We'll be heading for the Discuss Proper.